just to give you an idea about our speaker setup we're dealing with. This is not me here. I was not the model for this guy, but we have the same haircut. We don't want to end up on Spotify stereo only, and that's why we're getting into the Dolby Atmos composer, and we will go straight to Logic. Okay, here it is. What we have here is a pretty simple arrangement, just basically backing track, some work in progress without any vocals, but this will do for the demonstration of the Dolby Atmos composer and the quick and easy bus mix system that makes it pretty convenient to get your stereo mix to a Dolby Atmos level. So I have, you see some tracks here. It's not much, and I will just hit play and you will hear nothing, because you see the faders. No, here the levels move, but you don't hear anything. And why is that? Well, that's because in the stereo out, there's the Dolby Atmos composer inserted. And the Dolby Atmos composer takes basically everything from the DAW in terms of output in its own hands. And we have to select and feed the tracks in a new way into the Dolby Atmos composer. So think of the Dolby Atmos composer as a separate room where there are different loudspeakers. And how do we get there? Well, it's pretty simple. Here is our bus system that I've created and showed to you on the piece of paper. So here are all the buses. So have a look. Center, extended left, right, sides, back, mid, top, top front, top rear, LFE, then reverbs, delays, miscellaneous, and there's a room and a space lab, that's a return. We will all address these particular things later. The most important are the first ones here, the left, right, center, so the typical speakers of a Dolby Atmos monitoring system. So how do we get there? Well, that's pretty simple and straightforward. Let's open up the mixer a little bit. So here are all the tracks from our stereo mix. And you see all these tracks go to stereo. And I just selected all the tracks, the channels, and can now send all of them to left and right. Deselect them, bring over the Dolby Atmos composer and hit play again. Where are we? Here we are. And you hear something. So here are all the tracks. You see the faders and the levels, and you can see here on channel 1 and 2 in the Atmos composer, the signal is going to speakers, and this is happening by this Dolby Atmos beam here, which is inserted into the left and right track. And we told this beam plugin to send everything that's coming in to go to the left and to the right speakers. And just to give you an idea about our speaker setup we're dealing with, this is not me here. I was not the model for this guy, but we have the same haircut. Anyways, so here are all the speakers, and that's left, right, extended left, right. It's top front, top mid, top rear, sides, and the back, plus the center and the LFE, the subwoofer, which is not shown here. So our mix is going to channel 1 and 2. Which means we haven't gone far yet, because that's what we had before. Just stereo, left and right. So how do we take it from there? So we have some drums here. Here's some more drums. Here's a bass. Let's leave them alone for a moment and let's focus on this one here. That's the vinyl noise. And let's start with this one because it's a dry signal, and let's decide where we want to put that. So bus 1 goes to left and right. Let's take this one to the sides. This would be this bus here. So to the sides. Here are the sides. And you can see the signal here. And on the Dolby Atmos composer also, you see not 1 and 2, the stereo, but it's the side speakers. Here are the side speakers. Let's have a look on what that means. Here we go, sides. All right, let's move on just by sending some more stuff into the speakers. Here's the starting beat. Let's see where we want to put this, maybe. It's a little bit filtered. Maybe we put this into the extended left and right. Aha. So, just a quick check. Here are the extended left and right. That's where we are hearing that little loop from. Then we have something else. It's this whoosh. And let's have a look what we can do with this. Well, I would say this should come from the back, and let's send this whoosh, this riser, simply to the back. So okay, have you heard it? And to make things spiced up a little bit, we can use a send to send this thingy also. To our reverb, which is this one here. And this reverb also returns through a bus, and this bus is taken also by a Dolby Atmos Beam plugin, and this reverb is played back through the, well, positioned somewhere between the top and the back speakers. We have also a delay here. And we have another delay here, and we have some more effects for you, but let's stay with this one for a moment. Let's move on to the guitars. Let's just start with the rhythm guitars. And have a look where they could go to. Well, I would say we send them to the sides. So let's first have a listen to what they are about. Here they come. Tuned low. Supposed to be in stereo. So they are on the left-right speakers, but we want to take them to, here we go, to We'll take them to the sides. The other one as well. So, and maybe add a little bit of delay. Guitars always go well with delay. And start again over here. Here's the delay with a little bit of reverb. And also the other one, send that to the delay. Because the beauty here is that you can hear this was panned hard left, and when I increased the delay, you could see here that only the left delay is triggered. See here, there. And when I engage the right panned system, we can see now it's in stereo. And that delay comes back through these speakers in the back. No, it's the top. Look, it's the top, the center tops. Okay, good. And now let's go for the other guitars. Maybe we put them also in the sides. Also in the sides. So here they are. And we leave them dry. For the moment. And now the stereo guitars come back with the delays. Yeah. Well, that should do for the moment. Now, the drums. Nice kick drums, but could be even nicer with a little bit of subwoofer, right? Bass is good. You can hear that, right? You have put on your headphones. And now we have some bass. We put this bass also into the LFE. Of course, with the LFE, it always means seasoned to taste, but easy, because you can get a pretty mushy mix with this. So, let's check in between what we have here. Okay, we're using some of the speakers already. And for a test, let's check how this would sound in stereo. It's much bigger. And now, so let's go back to the beginning, or rather stay here because we have a pad coming in. Let's have some listening to the pads. comes. Nice and warm. In the bed, in the back. Yeah, in the bed. It's like you're lying in a comfortable, nicely warmed waterbed, right? So, what is this here? This one to the extended. All right, so let's stop this for a moment and then have a listen to the entire thing, and we're bringing in the theme guitars. So let's start from the top and bring in all the tracks. We haven't dealt with this one here yet. So I think I would leave them in the center. No, in the stereo ones, but maybe I would put them also into the extended as a comparison. That would be left and right. Again, left and right. Extended. Them in a little bit more with a focus on top. That's what I usually do with vocals. I will add some center. And of course it has already some delay, but as we have a lot of space and a lot of speakers, so, let's see how this all looks in a Dolby Atmos composer. So here you see in the center speaker there's the guitar, the extended left and right is here engaged and working, and also when the effects are coming in you see the other speakers as well. So that's basically in a nutshell how you can do pretty comfortable without any multi-channel tracks and dealing with multi-channel reverbs and effects, how you can quickly get something going for a Dolby Atmos mix. So where's the Atmos composer? Bring it in here again, and let's go back to the start and have a listen. This riser could do with a little bit more support from the back. Let's see. Nice. Too much, but just for the fun of it. theme guitar could have a little bit more reverb. Miscellaneous one. Yeah, it's too much, but just for the demo use here, I think it makes sense to show you what's possible with just your regular stereo effects, just stock Logic stuff. Stereo. And the Dolby Atmos mix. All right, so you get the idea. That's pretty straightforward. I think it's possible to follow me what I'm doing here with the bus system that is talking to the loudspeakers through these channels. Now, where do you go with this? Let's have a look under the options, on the options page. Two very important parameters are this one here, ADM. That's the official Dolby certified export format. This will result in a pretty big file. Could be beyond 1 gigabyte, because for all the channels and all the objects, this file creates, you know, the track information and all the object information, where it's based, which speaker it's supposed to play through, and also if there's automation, which we will get into later, this information would be also stored in there. So that's a pretty big file for just a 3-minute song. As I said, beyond 1 gigabyte would be no exception. And the other thing which is pretty interesting is this one here. This is the export, the possible export of the binaural file, and that is actually what we are listening to right now. Remember, we are just mixing with headphones here, and we are using a virtual Dolby Atmos speaker setup. And that mix that we're doing right now would be rendered and output as a stereo file, which has the binaural information in it. And this is just a regular WAV or AIF file that you could even convert to an MP3, and you can send it to, well, your clients, the artists, your colleagues, your friends, and also put it on your iPhone and have a check with any headphones on the go, and yeah, then take it from there. Make some edits if you find some flaws, and when you're done at the final result, you would write the ADM file, which is actually the file that goes out to the streamers. So if you want to publish your Dolby Atmos mix on Apple, on Tidal, or on Amazon, they need your ADM file to turn that into the Dolby Atmos playback file, which would be another binaural file that's used by Apple to be put on your AirPods and AirPods Max and whatnot. And also this will be used to send the music to the Dolby Atmos surround multi-speaker home theater systems, if you happen to have one of those. Yeah, that's basically about it. In the next one, I will go into maybe, so here I am back again. With the next one, I might go into Space Lab a little bit. And that is the 3D reverb, also available from Fiedler Audio. Spacelab talks directly to the Dolby Atmos composer and feeds basically a 9.1.6, that's the model we're using here for this mix, signal, then reverb signal onto all of the speakers. That's pretty amazing, but we will keep this for the next one. And so I just let you know, no, I just can tell you, please, if you have questions, leave them in the comments, and we will be back with more videos on how to mix into Dolby Atmos with the Fiedler Dolby Atmos composer, and how fun and easy that could be, and that you not necessarily have to lose your transients and your impact if you follow some suggestions and some good practices. All right, that's enough from me. I will play you out. Oh, I forgot one thing. As you can see here, the great thing about this bus system is that you can still use all your faders, just the normal faders, to adjust the volumes, to keep control of the mix. You don't have to always open a Dolby Atmos panel to control your levels of your instrument tracks. So that comes in handy for a great smooth workflow as well. So Thomas out.